Last fall, we had the enjoyment of staying at Indian Lake State Park in Ohio. At Indian Lake State Park in Ohio, we're on Site D11, which is a very, very spacious site. We've been very happy with our stay here.
There's a place beyond the silver moon. If we drive, then we can get there soon. Close your eyes and ride with me.
And the other day, we saw the news reports about the tornado devastation that happened in that area. We were shocked.
This morning, widespread damage is reported in multiple states after suspected tornadoes tore through parts of the plains and Midwest. In central Ohio, authorities responded to a mass casualty event after a half-mile wide suspected tornado hit the village of Lakeview, destroying a mobile home community and buildings downtown.
But it just seemed to wipe so much of the area out that thank God there wasn't more deaths. It was really sad to see, and we had been there and we had all of the footage from there, and we had that in queue to be able to talk about it, and we wanted to be able to use this to bring the beauty of the area to our viewers' attention. And we've been told by some folks that are from that area and that live in that area that have been there and seen some of the things that have happened, to once things get back up and running, to please come back. Right now, I think Indian Lake State Park is closed, and probably a lot of the things in the area while they rebuild, but they are rebuilding quickly, and they have many, many hands that have been helping. They've had just a huge outpouring of community and of funds that have come, and people who have showed up to help from all around the country. So that has been a huge blessing. And so they will rebuild, but what they've said is don't stay away, like come back to this area and stay at the park when it's opened and support the local businesses, because they will need it.
Right. They don't need any more help right now, they said, to help rebuild the area. But once things are beginning to be back up and running a little bit, please don't stay away. Don't be afraid of the area. Indian Lake State Park is very centrally located between Wapakoneta, Ohio, and Jackson Center, Ohio, two places which we wanted to go. We wanted to go to Wapakoneta to see the Neil Armstrong Air and Space Museum, and of course to Jackson Center for the Heritage Tour and to visit the mothership.
Indian Lake State Park was very centrally located between both of those places.
We chose Indian Lake State Park basically because of its location, but when we got there, we were absolutely surprised by the beauty of that area and really enjoyed the park and the site we had.
We were there in the fall, so it was not really busy. It definitely was the end of the season, so there weren't as many campers as probably typically there are. But it's just a beautiful place to walk, ride our bikes. We had our bikes there.
So far so good with the Jacket Bike Rack by Lippert that our nephew modified so it fit our Airstream, and we've taken it across a couple states now, found a couple better ways to mount that back bike off and on, and so far so good with this modified rack.
And Michelle and I send our sincere prayers to all those that are there who lost their homes in this incredible destruction that happened.
I think whenever there's something that's tragic that happens in a community, unfortunately, sometimes that's what it takes. But it's when people come together and they realize how strong they are and they pull through it. And usually it's better on the other side because they've come together and overcome a tragedy.
Close your eyes and ride with me. Ride with me. Ride with me.
So the Ohio DNR did report that the Indian Lake State Park is closed and they have no date set for reopening as they assess the damage. And their crews are actually out doing other work in the community to help rebuild the community. While the state park is a very important thing to be fixed and rebuilt, it's not as critical as the people whose direct lives were impacted by these terrible storms. In our travels, it looks like this autumn we're going to be traveling kind of through that area again. And if the park is rebuilt and ready, I know Michelle and I are really looking forward to staying at Indian Lake State Park again sometime in the future.
If you've ever stayed at Indian Lake State Park, we'd love to hear what your favorite memories are from that location and the area around it. Put it in the comments below so we can look for those places when we go back.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Michelle,
And we are Airstreamer. And we'll see you on the road less traveled.
Ride